point, after watching Dragon Ball Super Episode 61, all I can really say is holy crap. As Dragon Ball Super continues to expand and as we further ourselves throughout the future Trunks arc, as of right now we have actually bared witness to a somewhat of a brand new form, that being of future Trunks having a somewhat Super Saiyan form that embeds that of God Ki around his yellow aura. But the thing is, the people within the Dragon Ball community are asking themselves, well, what exactly is this form? We've never seen this before, especially from Trunks. He does bear the Super Saiyan look, but he also has somewhat of God Ki within his body with the yellow aura surrounding him. So what exactly is it? Some people are saying that it's Super Saiyan Blue, other people are saying that it's something beyond Super Saiyan God, other people are saying that as of right now Trunks is stronger than Goku and Vegeta. But I want you guys to keep in mind, after having the episode titles revealed, spoiler alert by the way, despite how strong Trunks may have gotten as of right now, it's still gonna prove to be meaningless going up against Zamasu and Black. Why? Because Black is gonna be the very person that's gonna unleash critical damage upon Trunks, which I think at least is gonna remove him from the equation as we further our way down the episode line, as we see the birth of this new Supreme God fusion between Black and Zamasu. But putting fusion aside for a moment, after looking at what Trunks did in Dragon Ball Super Episode 61, it goes without question that he is fueled by the anger that's in his heart. First of all, he's being blamed for the destruction of his timeline because Black and Zamasu had told Trunks it was because of you using the time machine and that altered history that caused me to pretty much hate humans that much more, because you were gifted with the time machine and you had the privilege that only gods have to move back and forth throughout time and alter the course of history, so you are the one that's ultimately responsible for the destruction and chaos of your time. And with that being said, we saw how Trunks pretty much, he had a giant hole blown in his chest, and that's what struck me as a little odd, because after he transformed, he got up and there was no hole. It's like, what happened, right? Like, did he regenerate or something? But either way, he got up, he stood up, his hair kind of changed, and we saw him power up. Something very similar to how we saw when Gohan witnessed Android 16's, head just being crushed underneath Cell's foot, and we saw how he just unleashed all that rage, and he unleashed all that fury. And even prior to that, when we saw Trunks fight Cell back in the Dragon Ball Z saga, when he was fighting Cell when Vegeta got knocked out, we saw him pretty much just lose his mind and go berserk, and he has no pupils, and people are saying, oh my god, it's Broly, very similar to Broly. But Akira Toriyama got the idea for Broly not having any pupils from when Trunks actually fought Cell and he just lost his pupils. So again, Trunks had it first technically, and in a way I'm happy that Trunks has this because it separates him from Goku and Vegeta. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, in order for us to combat the likes of Black and Zamasu, everyone was expecting this, but I don't think that this is actually gonna happen, because again, as awesome as this would be, having to witness a full-blown Super Saiyan Blue Trunks to fight these two, in which we saw how tough they are when they fight as a cohesive unit, I think that despite what level Trunks has reached, it will not be enough to take these dudes down. Now, how is it that Zamasu and Black are going to be able to even take down Trunks even after he unleashed this new superpower? Well, go look at the preview. During the episode preview, we saw Trunks pretty much hurl Black around. He was getting some shots in there, but at the same time, people tend to have tuned out on the fact that there were certain scenes where Trunks had, the spit kicked out of him. Like, there were certain scenarios where, despite what he may have done, he still had an ass whooping coming to him. And despite what anybody says, Black grows at such a rapid pace. It's something that we haven't seen before. Even with Hit, during the Universal God of Destruction tournament, we saw how fast Hit was able to improve, but I think not as rapidly as Black, because we saw the ass whooping that Black took from Goku, and he pretty much caught his hand. He looked up and he was like, you fool, and he blew like a hole right where he stabbed him at. So I think that going into Dragon Ball Super Episode 62 and beyond, despite how strong Trunks may have gotten, yes, he's going to have a moment of glory, he's going to have a moment to shine, he's probably going to get some really good shots, he's probably going to throw Zamasu over there, he's probably going to throw Black over there, but despite what happens towards the very end, before Zamasu and Black clip those Pataras and they fuse, we're going to witness Trunks get his shots in, and then right towards the very end, it's just going to get shut down. In a way, I don't agree with that, because I do want to see Trunks momentarily have, redemption for what happened to his mom, for what's going on with Mai and stuff. But at the end of the day, guys, Trunks is only going to be that much more important as we further progress throughout this arc. Now, the whole issue with Zamasu, now, pretty much to put this all in a nutshell, we had one Zamasu who had suffered the defeat of Goku, and we had him, you know, pretty much carry out his plan by killing Gowasu, stabbing him, taking his Potara, taking the time ring, pretty much going out there using the Super Dragon Balls to switch bodies with Son Goku, in which case we saw what happened when he arrived on Earth. He killed Goku, he killed Chi-Chi, and he killed Goten. Further after that, he went on ahead to kill the gods. He killed the Kais, in which case the Hakaishin, the gods of destruction, ceased to exist. So he carried out his plan, but he still needed help, which is why he went back into the past to recruit himself before he killed Gowasu. So it's like if you had an evil twin, your evil twin pretty much kept going back into the past to recruit himself, because he knows that, you know, in his heart of hearts, that he knows that even if going far back into the past, he still knows that you carry out the same agenda, you have the same philosophy. So it's strategic, it's brilliant tactics to recruit yourself, especially having the idea and the philosophy of, I want to rid the mortals of life and I want to destroy the entire universe in essence and just make this my paradise, so why not just recruit myself? So we had one Zamasu who had suffered the defeat of Goku, and he felt very bitter on that, and of course that's why he needed Goku's powers, because he's never seen a Ningen of that magnitude to carry out that power that far extends even the Kais. You get what I'm saying? So it makes sense here, and even on a grand scale, we're gonna see this mighty fusion come about. But some people are talking about Dragon Ball Super Episode 65, and they're going to be talking about the Final Judgment. Now, what is the Final Judgment? Some people are saying that the Final Judgment may come from the Omni King, and the Omni King may arrive and pretty much cast Final Judgment on the fusion of Zamasu and Black for everything they have done. But I also think that this carries out, and this definitely plays into what's going to happen after, because despite what happens, guys, I think that Trunks is definitely going to have a moment of glory. Is he going to be the main hero? I personally wanted to see Trunks at least kill one of the two, either Zamasu or Black. But either way, a lot of questions have been asked throughout the community. And one question that I have is, where's this guy, right? Where is this fat ass cat? I mean, he's been traveling all throughout Universe 7. He's been talking the most shit. And yet, it would have been really awesome to see this dude appear and pretty much ask Beerus, like, hey, so have you spotted this, like, green-looking white mohawk dude stealing your Dragon Balls? Because he went throughout my universe and he was taking my shit too. Do you know anything about that? But of course, Champa's not going to be involved, in which case that would have been really awesome to see at least Champa talk to Beerus about, so, I heard some shit's going down here, like, what's going on? But even moving aside from that, we have Trunks, and I don't think that Trunks is a Super Saiyan Blue, because people are talking about, well, this is it, guys, Trunks is going to go ahead and kill both of them. It's not happening. You know, despite what anybody might say, I think, in my personal opinion, Trunks, as of right now, is a false Super Saiyan Blue, and the reason why I say that, because go back and look at the Lord Slug movie, Goku did the exact same thing. People tend to forget. Even when Trunks became Ultra Super Saiyan Trunks, some would even argue and say that he was technically the first ever Super Saiyan 2, but he did it in an incorrect way, because when Gohan transformed, Trunks said, and I quote, he did it right. He pretty much increased his energy without losing speed. Trunks pretty much buffed up and he lost all his speed. So this is something very unique and something very interesting, because we've never seen this before from Trunks. It's not like he's massively muscular. I mean, he kept his body tone, you know, slim. He still looks the same in an essence, except there's something about him this time that's just fueled by anger and rage. And at the end of the day, is he going to defeat Black? No. Is he going to defeat Zamasu? No. Is he going to kick their ass? Yeah. But at the end, is he going to cause Black to probably get stronger? Of course, because Goku and Vegeta are going to be going into the past to seek out help to see if they can destroy Zamasu, in which case we saw the episode preview with Goku saying, you know, a new technique to beat Zamasu, which is the Mafuba. And people are going to say, well, what if the Mafuba fails? What if it works? It could fail, or it could work. Who knows? But at this point, we have to ask ourselves, how far is Trunks willing to hold his end until they arrive? Because once Goku and Vegeta arrive, they're going to arrive to a bloodbath, because Trunks is probably going to get pounded out at this point, because we do know that Dragon Ball Super Episode 63 is going to be titled Vegeta's Fierce Battle. So I'm pretty sure that he's going to witness his son on the verge of death, and that's going to cause him to pretty much step in there and just hold them off while Goku tries to figure out, you know, some sort of plan as to what to do. And it may seem pretty confusing because there's a lot of, like, you know, time loops going on here, but of course, there are two Zamasus. Both of them have the exact same ideology and philosophy on life, on people, on everything, and of course on gods. And of course we have Trunks, who has reached a new level, and despite what anybody says, he's not resembling Super Saiyan Blue. He is not Super Saiyan Blue Trunks. So despite what anybody says, until we see this happen, then we can all say yes, he's a Super Saiyan Blue. And keep in mind, having to fight these two is not going to be easy. So even with him reaching this new level, despite how strong he may be, I don't think he's up to par, or at least on the same caliber as Black. Surely, yes, Goku in the preview said, wow, Trunks is crazy strong, there's no way that he's going to lose to Black, but guess what? He does, because in the translations created by Herms, we see that Black ensues and creates incredible and critical damage that puts him down. Is he going to die? No, Trunks is not going to die. People are talking about death. When Goku got stabbed, everybody was like, oh my god, Goku's dead, that's it, the show is over, but Goku's not dead, you get what I'm saying? So, at this very point, what is Trunks? I think he is a false Super Saiyan Blue. Could that be stronger than Super Saiyan Blue? Who knows? Trunks has trained with his father for an X amount of time, so we don't know exactly what happened. Hopefully enough, when the manga comes out, we get a little bit more information as to what's going on. And of course, the anime and the manga are always different. The manga always has just a bit more information as to what's been going on that better supports the anime, but they've been training for quite some time, so who knows, maybe Trunks had retained a little bit of that power, because keep in mind, when we saw the episode called The Inheritors of Saiyan Blood, could Trunks have possibly inherited Vegeta's powers, because that is his son? It's not crazy to believe that. It's not crazy to think, oh, it's impossible for Trunks to do that because, you know, they need to spend 20 years training to become a Super Saiyan Blue. That's not the case at all. He probably inherited just a little bit of that power just for him to get by. Is he a full-blooded Super Saiyan Blue, you know, Super Saiyan God? Probably not. I mean, can he become, you know, and reach that level? Of course. I mean, I think anything is possible in Dragon Ball Super. I think that so far in Dragon Ball Super, this has been massive fan service towards the hardcore fans. Fusions, the return of Trunks, and evil Goku, all these things happening. It's just like, it's fan service. Now, in terms of this supreme god, in terms of having Zamasu and Black combat everyone, I think it's safe to say at this point, and this is just my opinion, that this fusion, despite what it may look like, and I really hope that it's not like just some rehashed version of Zamasu with like just Saiyan hair, because that would really be a blow to like, and a slap in the face towards everyone that was expecting something different. But despite how he may look like, I think it's safe to say that the fusion of Zamasu and Black is going to be stronger. I mean, way stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, and I guess you could say false Super Saiyan Trunks. But even with that being said, what do they do? We saw Beerus in the preview. He pretty much slammed the table down. He was talking to Gowasu and Whis, so he's angry. He feels embarrassed. He's supposed to be the god of destruction, and he was made out to be like somewhat of a liar, because he kept telling everyone, you guys don't know shit. I am the god of destruction. I know for a fact that Zamasu is dead. If you don't want to believe me, that's fine. And I'm pretty sure when he gets a whiff of what had happened, he's either going to be like, alright, I mean, one of two scenarios might happen. Either A, he might just say, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to go and I'm going to go see what's up because this is getting crazy. Or he just might sit back and he might say, Goku, if you don't get the job done, you're in deep trouble or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of taboo for Beerus and Whis to break the laws of traveling throughout time, because it's supposed to have a profound effect in history. But we've seen gods break rules before, so I'm pretty sure that at some point, either they're going to go into the future and just observe. They don't have to physically get involved. But even if they observe, I think that this is going to create lots of tension, because Zamasu and Black are going to be there. And of course, I don't think they'll be stupid enough to like just definitely confront Beerus and Whis right off the bat. I think their first plan is to attack and kill the Saiyans before doing anything against the gods. But even with that, right, it's like what's the scenario going to be here? Are we going to see fusion? Are we going to see Gogeta, Vegito, the Omni King, Beerus, Champa, Whis? Are we going to see Monaka arrive with a barrel of milk and he's going to like slap him around and just like stick his nipples out? We don't know. And trust me, I'm not ashamed to say it, Black is my favorite character right now in Dragon Ball Super. I'm rocking his gi as we speak right now. As you guys can see right here, I am rocking Black's gi without wasting any time doing so. when I got this, I was like, Black is my favorite character because he is relentless, he is remorseless, he is a savage, he's a lunatic, he has the mind of a psychopath, and I think that's what makes him very unique because he's doing things, I mean, easily he can just blow up the entire planet, as does any other villain, but he's taking his sweet time and marinating everything that he's doing and inflicting harm and death and pretty much causing all these bad things to happen because he can do that. I mean, he can easily just blow up the planet. He has the powers of Son Goku, but he chooses not to because he's smart. He wants to inflict suffering and pain first before he decides to go full on 4th of July and just blow up the entire planet. Now, in my opinion, and again, this is just my opinion, despite where Trunks may be, I think if this is Goku and this is Vegeta, I think Trunks is just either right below Vegeta or somewhere around there. I don't think that he's anywhere near Goku and Vegeta's caliber because Goku and Vegeta have trained for months and months. You guys just don't understand. In the time chamber for like years, they've been training with Whis, someone who's been knocking them out just by simply chopping them. I mean, you know how crazy that is? You know, they fought Beerus, they fought, you know, all the fighters in the Universal Tournament. So they have gotten, you know, experience behind this. They've gotten Zenkai boosts. They've gotten tremendous amount of knowledge as to what's been going on. And for Trunks to catch up to them, I think, is a little bit unfair because even despite what has happened, he still never received that training that they received in order for him to get anywhere. I mean, if Trunks were to turn into a Super Saiyan Blue, I really wouldn't mind it too much, but I would hope for an explanation, and I really hope that Dragon Ball Super Episode 62 explains to us what exactly had happened, because if they're just going ahead and throw everything in there without explaining to us, you know, the current events as to what this, you know, Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan form is from Trunks, as to how he got it, and where he stands in terms of fighting Black and Zamasu, I think it'll take away from Trunks just that much more. But either way, I want to know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What are your overall thoughts on his appearance? Again, people are kind of getting, you know, up in their panties saying Akira Toriyama's lazy. Akira Toriyama is just like, you know, he's just recoloring and they all look the same. Granted, yes, Trunks does look the same. Everyone was expecting Super Saiyan 3. I saw a few comments saying Super Saiyan 4. I don't know, like people have different opinions as to what they wanted to see. I, for one, when I saw him, it was awesome because he just looked up and he was like Black, like he was just like, he was really angry. So I think that despite what happens, yes, he's gonna kick some ass, but keep in mind, Black loves pain. It's like Black welcomes you to beat him up because after you beat him up, he just increases in power that much more. We saw that as he fought Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks. He fought all three of them, and you guys saw what he did. He was just simply moving around like this, not even giving a shit, just knocking people out, just boom, boom, kicks left and right. That was it. But I think if there was ever a time for people to say Trunks had surpassed Goku or Vegeta, I don't think that's the case because I don't think that Trunks had surpassed them in power. Yeah, Goku said, "You're crazy strong, Trunks. They shouldn't lose to you." But then again, like, what does that even mean? It's like what? I like it, don't get me wrong. I love the way Trunks looks. I can't wait to see, like, his demeanor because he's gonna be, like, in full-blown rage mode. I really hope that he takes out that sword and he tries to cut everyone up. But even with that, remember, keep in mind, despite how strong Trunks is, he's fighting an immortal. You guys saw Dragon Ball Super Episode 61 right in the beginning when Goku rushed after having that giant blast engulfed him. He rushed towards Black, Zamasu popped in the way, and after Goku pretty much unleashed that huge ki blast, it blew Zamasu's head off. But guess what? During the whole smoke sequence, Zamasu's face came back. So it's like despite what Goku does, despite what anybody does, you're still fighting an immortal. So I don't think Trunks has any sort of chance in winning. I think his role is to buy time for Goku and Vegeta to learn whatever they have to learn or get help to come back. And then after they come back, I think shit's gonna get really serious. But even in Dragon Ball Super Episode 61, we saw how, you know, Black and Zamasu were talking the same. Like they were like exchanging words at the same level, at the same sequence, hinting at fusion. So it's going to be really cool. I cannot wait to see what the fusion's going to do because I think in order to combat this fusion, either A, you're going to have to need another fusion, so Goku and Vegeta fuse again, but that's the thing, it's like, how are they going to fuse? Are they going to use the Metamorese dance? Are they going to use the Potaras? We don't know. Or are they going to ask for Beerus' help? Because keep in mind, Beerus has never truly put all of his strength or all of his power in use before, like totally, like just maxing himself out completely. We've never seen that before. Even when fighting Super Saiyan God Goku, at the end he was just like, nah, you still weren't all that. But you know what also strikes me as a little interesting is that Toryotaro is also working with Akira Toriyama, and keep in mind, Toryotaro, you know, was the one responsible and behind the character Xycor. And Xycor, if you guys want to know something really crazy here, Zamasu's green, white hair, and Goku Black is, you know, Goku with, like, you know, pink hair. And if you combine them, the primary colors are going to be green and white. Xycor is green and white. So I was just like, wow, you know, like, it strikes me as a little interesting to see that, because, you know, it's paying homage to that in a way, but that has nothing to do with anything. People are going to say, oh my god, Xycor is going to be, like, introduced. That's not the case at all. I'm just really hoping that whatever fusion comes out of this, he looks unique and he looks badass. He doesn't look like a complete scrub, because if he does, that's really gonna suck. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on Trunks' new form? Do you guys think Trunks does have the ability to become a Super Saiyan Blue, a real Super Saiyan Blue? What are your thoughts on the Supreme God fusion between Zamasu and Black? How strong are they going to be? And what exactly do we have to do to put these guys out of the count, like just to put them down permanently? Is the Mofuba technique gonna work? Are we gonna see something else? Comment down below, let me know what you guys think, guys. Thank you all for watching. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to finger that like button. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more daily content. I hope you guys enjoyed. Tune in for more, and I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Take it easy, guys.